Hello, I'm Astrid. Welcome to my channel where we can make English grammar a bit easier. So let's go. In this video we're going to be looking at the present perfect continuous, also known as the present perfect progressive. The present perfect continuous, just like the present perfect simple, is also a bridge between the past and the present, but structured differently. You will use present tense of have followed by been and the verb ing. So in this video we're going to be covering present perfect continuous / progressive examples, verbs that cannot be used in the present perfect continuous also, and have a quick look at adverbials that we commonly use with the present perfect continuous. So let's go. But before we look at the present perfect continuous, let's have a reminder of the present perfect simple in a timeline. So the present perfect simple, you will use it for something that starts in the past and continues on in the future, or something that's happened in the past but has an impact with the future and there's no completed time markers, and something that's just happened. And this is what's going to be the difference. Some of these uses for the present perfect simple are not suitable in the present perfect continuous. That's it. Unlike the present perfect simple, the present perfect continuous has only two uses that fit in a timeline. Something that has started in the past but continues on into the present and probably into the future too. Or something that has developed recently, lately. Let's have a look at them in depth. Now that we've seen the present perfect continuous in the timeline, let's have a look at the function. Most of the time, what you can say in the present perfect continuous can be said in the present perfect simple, because it's only there to stress, emphasize the ongoing aspect of an event, a situation, an action, or a condition. It's to stress the ongoing aspect, and this is what you need to remember. Let's compare the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. For instance, Sophie has written travel books for over 10 years, present perfect simple, and Sophie has been writing travel books for over 10 years. Sophie has written travel books for over 10 years. Do we know when this happened, or at least when it started? Do we even know if it continues in the present? We know it has an impact on it, but we don't know if it still continues. It could be a past experience for what we know. Sophie has been writing travel books for over 10 years. And because of that continuous aspect, we know she still is. It emphasizes the continuing aspect of an action. So let's look at the structure. Sophie has been writing travel books for over 10 years. You have the subject, followed by has or have, followed by been, and followed by the verb in ing. Has, have is the auxiliary present tense, and been auxiliary be, past participle. And there you have it. And in the question form, has, have, plus subject, plus been, and verb ing. Like, have you been washing the car since breakfast? Yes, I have. But I still have a little bit of waxing to do, and it will be finished. But not yet. So quick recap. Present perfect continuous is for actions, events, conditions that have started in the past and continues into the present, and to stress the ongoing aspect of an action, event, or condition. Just like for this example, Frank has been cooking for hours for the party. We stress the ongoing aspect of the action. And just like in here too, she has been flying commercial planes since 2017. That means she's still flying commercial planes, and she will still be flying commercial planes, probably tomorrow as well. Or in this one, the police have been investigating the case for months without any success. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, here are some adverbs and adverbial phrases that are often seen with the present perfect continuous, like since or for, lately and recently, but also all or the whole time, the whole week, the whole day, and so forth. Or constantly, again and again, off and on, or on and off. You hear both. So I put both. And if you want to know more about adverbs and adverbial phrases used with present perfect tenses, have a look at my other present perfect related videos. Looking at for instance, for duration, Colin has been fixing the car for 3 days. This is how long he's been fixing the car. Since, from a starting point in time, Lucy has been studying since this morning, and she is still studying as we speak. And trying all and the whole, Spencer has been coughing all day. The whole? He has been feeling sick the whole week. Oh dear. Or with lately and recently. Vilma has been feeling very tired lately. I've been shopping a lot recently. Oh dear, yes. I should stop now. Maybe. Or with off and on or on and off. It's been raining on and off all day. Again and again or constantly. Same thing here. My dog has been barking again and again or has been barking constantly. Overall, the present perfect continuous is not all that difficult. For the exception of something one has to be really careful with, it's the stative verbs. These verbs that cannot be in the present perfect continuous or any continuous form sometimes. So let's have a look at some of them, shall we? Here are a few you cannot use in the present perfect continuous. So you got understand, remember, know, own, believe, like, want, need, love, seem. You cannot say, for example, I've been understanding something. No, it doesn't work. You understand something or you don't. That way you do not have this continuous aspect in these stative verbs. It just doesn't work. So let's try these. Is it I've been knowing my best friend for 45 years? Or I've known my best friend for 45 years? Because knowing is one of those. You know or you don't. You know somebody. You've known somebody. Or you haven't. It's not something that you can emphasize the continuing form of it. So it doesn't work. It has to be, I've known my best friend for 45 years. The same goes with this one. They've been believing the earth is flat for a long time. Well, you believe or you don't believe in something. There's no continuing form on this. You cannot emphasize the continuing form. So it has to be they've believed the earth is flat for a long time. Or in this one, Paul has been owning a house since 2018. Or Paul has owned a house since 2018. Owning is one of those stative verbs as well. You own something or you don't. There's no need to have a continuous form for that because once you own something, well, it's yours. That's it. Whether it continues, it just doesn't work, the continuous aspect with something like this. However, some can be a bit tricky. Let's have a look at the one stative verb see. I've been seeing a cat in the garden for 2 weeks. I wonder whose it is. Well, you can't. You can't do that. You see a cat or you don't. That doesn't work. You cannot use the continuous form for this one. However, Anya has been seeing Richard since 2022. Well, there you can, because seeing here means dating. So Anya has been dating Richard since 2022. They've been seeing each other since 2022. In that sense, with that meaning, yes, you can use seeing in the present continuous form. And like for this example too, my wife has been seeing ghosts in the bathroom lately. This continuous form emphasizes the repetition. It tells us this isn't a one-time event. Like, for example, she's seen a ghost at some point, at some stage, one day, a long time ago. She's been seeing ghosts means she's had multiple intermittent experiences. Maybe once last week, once yesterday, and possibly again tomorrow. It's an ongoing experience over a recent period of time. Now you try. Figure out if it is the present perfect simple or the present perfect continuous you need for the following sentences. Now, if you need more time, you can always pause the video. I'm tired. The house all day. I've been painting the house all day. Tim and John, each other for 4 years. Tim and John have known each other for 4 years. Since moving to Pisa, the tower every day. We've seen the tower every day, not been seeing. Careful. How long you this beautiful car? How long have you owned this beautiful car? My grandparents, their old farm for almost 50 years. My grandparents have had their old farm for almost 50 years. I, the manager, all day. Where is he? I've been calling the manager all day. Where is he? And the last one. Look at the garden. It's heavily since early this morning. It has been raining heavily since early this morning. However, if you said it has rained heavily since early this morning, it's not wrong. It just does not emphasize the continuous aspect of the action. That is all, but it's not incorrect though. So, nice one. So, to recap, the present perfect continuous is a tense used to describe actions, events, situations that start in the past and continue in the present, and stressing the ongoing nature of these events or actions or situations. Often used with since and for, and careful with stative verbs. Most of the time you cannot use them with the continuous form, but as we have looked at a few examples, especially in the case of see, I've seen, I've been seeing, and so forth. Some of them, but the context and the meaning will be important. So that's it for the present perfect continuous. As always, there are PDFs in the description below, and there's some exercises too. And check out the other videos on the present perfect. There's one on the present perfect simple. I've made one on this difference between been and gone, one on the adverbials, mostly up to now and until now, and also one on the present perfect versus the past simple. So check them out if you like. In the meantime, like, subscribe, share, and click the notification button. And I'll see you next time. Bye.